What's up guys, it's been forever since I put out a video. I do apologize for the really big wait. I think it's been like almost a month now, but we were prepping for the Los Angeles AGP that was actually yesterday and the day before. So day 2 was yesterday, day 1 was Saturday. The event went really well. I'm so glad for everyone that came. People that took pictures with me, Jason I know did, so if you watched this, it was awesome meeting you. For anyone else who, like complimented my videos or anything like that, it really does mean the world to me. I didn't get to play in the pre-release because I was like kind of tournament organizing the whole thing, I guess. I wasn't judging this time, but I was making sure the event was running smoothly and everything, so I wasn't like playing or anything by any means. And so I didn't get to open my own pre-release, so I bought one so that I can open here and then see if I get any cool pulls, because I do need all the cards soon anyway for all the deck profiles and stuff coming up. So the plan is Friday we'll have a box opening for the actual set, because I still want to get a box, and then starting from the next Monday I'll start doing deck profiles so that like everyone kind of has an idea of what to play this format, or kind of see what I want to kind of put out there for this format. I decided that I'm not going to be doing the 5 new rulers for once. I'm not that interested in any of them, and I don't think any of them are that great, especially when compared to their older forms. So I might do like, of course, old Machina will be there because Machina is actually going to be really relevant. I actually really like Rezzard, so I'm going to do like an old Rezzard deck. I'm still going to be doing kind of like all the decks that would be shown, like an Arla deck, a Rezzard deck, and stuff like that. But maybe with new Arla, I might use new Arla, but we'll have to see. As for right now, just I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be doing those rulers anyway, just not like with the new ruler cards, just kind of like the old SKL cards. So there's gonna be like revamps and new deck profiles and like 12 Apostles and stuff coming up. 12 Apostles are actually gonna be the very first deck I do on Mondays. So sorry for like the long introduction. I just kind of wanted to get all that information across because I know I haven't done any of these for a while. But I'm definitely gonna be back. There's nothing going on. I just 100 wanted to make sure like the event was gonna go well, so we were just working like tirelessly through everything just to make sure everything is good. So I'm back. Videos will be just regular schedule from now on. And then moving on to the pre-release, because I don't want to waste any more of anyone's time. This Persephone is beautiful. I mean, sometimes they kind of do like that faded look, but this actually has a really nice hollow feel to it. It doesn't look like the second print kindy cards that you see quite often. I don't know if the camera's catching it. It doesn't look as strong as normal, but like in person, this actually looks really nice. And because I want to make a Rezzard deck, it actually seems really cool to have this, because I'm going to try to see if I could fit this in. But getting Persephone was really cool. I'm not sure if I could fit Merlin in the deck, but I really want to, because our AGP had the top 64 Merlins, and I don't have any, but I'm trying to maybe like pick up a playset and see what I can do. But it would be really cool to have like this Persephone and those Merlins, because it just looks really nice. So moving on to the packs, just going to do them one at a time. Talk about any cards I see that might be, I think is going to be relevant in the format. Maybe stuff I don't care too much about. So we have Spectating Magician. This card I think is actually really good. Not particularly right now, but I think it has the ability to. Being able to use a 1-cost from your grave on summon is really good, because you can use Scorn. So maybe after Dual Stones, because it is a little hard to use white, but not so much right now. And Messenger Familiar, one of my new favorite cards. This card searches a 12 Apostle, and because I'm trying to make a 12 Apostle deck, that's actually like right up my alley. So I'm going to be messing around with this a bit too. Dragon, this doll, dummy doll, is actually ridiculous. I've been playtesting against Machina quite a lot to try to get kind of prepared for it, and it's a lot faster than I thought it was going to be, and a lot scarier than I thought it was going to be. And normally Machina doesn't need a lot of 1-drops, you just use like Clockwork Soldier and Mechanical Sprite, but this now replaces Mechanical Sprite, as it being a machine on the field still kind of fulfills the requirement for like March of the Machines and Remote Control Beast and all that, while still having an incredible stealth effect. If your machine on the field gets targeted by a spell or ability, this card can flip in and cancel that spell or ability, and then you draw a card. So the fact that it's just a machine body on the field is already enough, and the stealth effect just adds so much to it. The low attack doesn't even matter, because everything gets pumped up from Marching the Machine so quick. This card is just really good. And then Remote Control Golem. With this card, I actually thought it was gonna be really good because like in a really kind of bad situation, if you deactivate Machina and drop 3 of these, even though there's like bouncing with reflect and other ways to get around this because it can't just be destroyed, I thought it'd be kind of a lot for your opponent to handle. But there's almost like no reason to even try to go for this when you can just set up the OTK so much faster now. So this actually doesn't like worry me too much anymore. I'm not too interested in it. And then this light magic stone, one of the new ones, I actually think this light magic stone is like one of the most beautiful ones we have up to date. It just looks like the galaxy like just blew up and just like made like a supernova or something, like a star, and it just looks really, really nice. And then there's artificial moon, and this card's pretty cool actually. I think in seal this is really strong because it's a really good blocker. I wouldn't use this in a Machina deck unless maybe you can side it against like aggro decks, but typically you want to just be going for stuff that's going to push for damage or something that's going to help protect your field so that they can't kind of ruin it for you. But yeah, I'm not too worried about the moon. It might be a good side deck card if it becomes like relevant again, but we have down the drain, so I'm not too sure. All of these beast cards I actually didn't like either. I don't know why. Circle of Trust is awesome. You can search 2 fairies for your deck. I'm actually one of the people that thinks white fairies is going to be a lot better than green fairies. I think Oberon is like completely unnecessary with how much search power we have due to this card. I thought Oberon was going to be like really crazy at first, but after some playtesting I actually like just focusing more on Vivian and Escort, which you can search both with this over bothering to even like use the quick cast or whatever. The Aloof Researcher's Memoria. This is kind of cool actually because if you're not going to use a card like Prison, I think having this as your Waterstone is actually pretty good because like late game it can kind of just like hopefully net you some advantage. I mean it's really expensive as cost, but you might be able to just like use it on your draw and then recover. So I don't think it's like it's not like the best magic stone, but I guess if you were going to use plain water and you're not using any cards that say like if you have a water stone, then this is totally fine to substitute until we get dual stones. And another beast. Pack number 3. I also really like that you get 4 packs in, 6 packs in Force the Will, because I'm used to having 5 when I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh, so it's cool to get 6. And then Gathering of Fairies, you gain 1,000 life, more of this guy, more Messenger, Engineer. The amount of conversation this card has been having is like completely ridiculous. Everyone's confused about how it works, but it's not that complicated. Pretty much just, if you pay a card a spell with no attribute, you can get it down. You pay 1 less, but it can't cost less than 1, and it has to say free cost because this is color cost and this is free cost. So it just pretty much means you can pay 1 less for everything except for something that already cost 1. So for anyone that's confused, just it won't cost free, it'll just cost 1. And then the last drop, this card's actually really cool. I think reviving something like Tsukiyomi or Hera is really strong, but Hera might not see as much play next format because we don't have like Machina is going to be really relevant, and he doesn't have to use Maryville anymore. And so knowing that it kind of feels like Hera is going to be a dead main deck, you might have to side it. And so that's 1 less target, but Tsukiyomi I think is a really good target for that. Collapsing World, the arena that does 200 to everything. Interdimensional Escape. This card's actually really, really, really cool, but I'm still scared it's not going to be enough. In one of the games I was playing against my friend, he was using Machina when we were playtesting, and I used 3 of these in 1 game. And I still lost because the floaters that Machina has, like the Roblox and stuff, just replaced themselves so much that I couldn't keep up anyway, and Marching the Machines just becomes way too strong. Like, they come into the field even after he sacks them with the +3 swiftness because it's a blanket effect, and I just get like OTK'd no matter what. Hair of Inaba, this is one of the errated cards. The revealed over here was spelled incorrectly, so that's revealed, it's not a big deal. And then Battle for Attoractia, a card that's actually named after the set. It's kind of like the old Duel of Truth where you guys do damage to each other, but it also has Remnant, so you can do it from the grave. I really, really wish that card was an instant. I don't know if it'll see like as much play because it's not, but hopefully. I don't think it's horrible. It's just kind of like not that great, but not too bad either. Oh, I think it's a Remote Control Beast. Yeah. So Remote Control Beast, this is one of those cards I was saying is just way too good. You can pay 1 less to play it for each machine you control, and it's only 4. So if you control 4 of them, you can play it for free. So essentially, if you have 1 machine on the field and it's turn 4, you can deactivate Machina, turn 5 I guess because you already have 4 stones. You deactivate Machina, put 3 machines into the field, and then play this for free, and then use Marching the Machines, and you pretty much win. It's ridiculously fast, and it's just barrier is going to be a lot more important, I think, to keep Machina from deactivating earlier. And then Blood Axe, the Revive, Down the Drain, finally a card that stops fire. Another just non-foil moon. Fairy Shadow, good tempo card, another remote control golem. Kaguya, the princess, the one with all the bunnies, the one that's over here, bunnies. I love this card. This is also one of the other cards I got in errata, by the way. This card says when this card enters your field, it's supposed to have an awakening cost of 1 moon and 1 colorless, but for whatever reason it wasn't printed on there. I don't know if the ones from the actual set will have it, but as of right now for the pre-release it doesn't, so just note that this does have a awakening cost. It's not just when this card enters the field. And then Yuane, Knight of the Lions. This card's actually going to be really good, I think. At first I wasn't too crazy about it because Earther seems so good with Flame King Shout, but I think with Fairies and Machina being really big, and a lot of Machina's cards being right from anywhere from like 3 to 6, I think Flame King Shout, in terms of defense, I think Flame King Shout doing 4 and then 200 from a Yuane when he attacks will be really good to start trying to like control the board. So I'm messing around with this card right now, but I don't know yet if I like it too much. I just really hope that it ends up working out, because in 12 Apostles you can use Flame King Shout because Alisyrus lets you loop it later. So I'm kind of trying to see if I can get that to work. But playtesting, it's really important. I have to see where we go from there. But Escort of the Fairy King, this card is insane. This card is possibly like one of my favorite cards this entire set. If you summon Vivian and they try to do anything, you can quick cast this to protect Vivian if you have mana. If you don't have mana, you can tap Vivian to summon this and protect it. It makes it so hard to get rid of Vivian, and this has flying too, so the 0 attack doesn't matter because it's just gonna get pumped with Vivian anyway. And this card is so good. Like, being able to just quick cast protect something is ridiculous. Like, it's gonna see a lot of play. And then last, People of Gloria, well, Siberian, oh, I can't read it through the camera, sorry. Lapis' Dark Beast, Fairy Flower, Extract, another Circle of Truth. I love the art on this card, actually. I'm trying to consider, I might want to collect the full arts of these, like just as much as I can get. I think this card is the most beautiful drawn card in Forcible, like to date. It's just ridiculously gorgeous. Like, the art on this, it looks like somebody just took a picture of like some like mythical like ghost wolf, like the one from Game of Thrones, and just like use that, and it's not even drawn. This card is beautiful. Like, I can't stress how much I love this card. And then Plain Wind Magic Stone. I like this Wind Magic Stone a lot too. It looks really nice. I probably use this one. And then a Rotting Black Moon Dragon. This card's actually really cool. I don't think it's that great, but it might not be bad either. I can't tell how I feel about this because a 3-drop 8/8 is so strong, but it like minuses itself, which I don't like. But then it only needs Moon to do it, and so you can pay with Apollo. But then there's Barrier. So I mean, pay with Globe. Sorry, the Lapis' Regalia, but. It's hard to tell because Barrier is so relevant in our meta that, you know, you won't be able to do that after, so it kind of kills the whole fun. So last pack, hopefully it's a God pack. I'm hoping it's a God pack. I want to open it like this, actually, that way I won't know. Actually, wait, there might be shift cards. I keep forgetting that we have those now. I don't think I've seen any shift cards, I just noticed. My packs weren't that great. Let's see. Oh, okay. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, no, it's not a God pack. And that music was incredible, by the way. I like deserve like a Nobel Prize for that. So Wind Trap, Roblox. This is one of the cards that is just really, really good. The replacement effect is ridiculous because the body doesn't matter for the stats because they just all get infinite attack and defense because of March. And then replacing itself is just really, really good. Sacred Knight. It's supposed to be Enraged Knight, but I think it's Enranged Knight. That's also one of the erratas. They spelled it incorrectly. Eyes in the Darkness, Artificial Moon, Fairy Shadow. The successor. Somebody pointed out to me that if you pay attention, he's holding Leviathan. I never noticed that, so I guess this is Leviathan, and it's like he originally had it, so that's pretty cool. And then, Possessor, Princess of Love, Valentina, and Rabbit Trap. So, this is one of the shift cards. I guess I'll briefly talk about it real quick. This card's actually really good. I think this side is ridiculous. I was thinking that with Down the Drain, because Red's gonna be a little less strong due to that, people could play Necrolance with Reflex still, but they could use Persea, and because like they have the Ruler's Mori anyway, and so you would go summon Persea, her entry goes in chase, Necrolance goes in chase, Necrolance equips, you +2 with Reflect, and then her effect resolves, and then her attack becomes 800 and you deal 800 to something, and your defense is like 900, so most likely she's not going to die. And just being able to kill like something that big and then have a body on board and then be able to shift to this and steal something seems really, really, really strong. Even if you don't shift like having a 6/7 that you can +2 the turn after 2 that can get +1/+1 and just keep swinging in for damage, like it makes her just overall really good. I think this card's really underrated. I haven't seen a lot of people talking about it, and I think like it's going to be really good removal. Like green has kind of the only really good matchup against Machina because the counters are so important, because Wall of Wind stops all the free stuff because they just can't pay the additional cost. And I think the fact that this is kind of like removal in green, which you really need because you have to get rid of all the like small clockwork soldiers and whatnot, just makes it really strong to be able to summon something, remove something, flip something, so that if you block, you take control of something else. It just seems like really strong. So I like this card. I can't wait to mess around with it. But yeah, typically this set's looking really good. If you guys want to see the box opening, I'll have it on Friday for sure. I kind of leave Persephone here so it doesn't look so empty. I think the art on this is really cool too. I wish I pulled a full art wolf though. That's like the only card I actually really wanted full art. Like I'll probably pick up everything anyway. But yeah, check back on Friday for the box opening of the actual set. It's gonna be really cool because I want to see what the box looks like. I've been seeing like pictures of it everywhere, but I haven't actually like seen the box in person. So Friday will be the box opening. Deck profile starting all next week. Thanks for watching. It's kind of a really long 6-pack opening, but if you did watch it and you enjoyed it, thank you. Subscribe. I'll definitely come back with a ton of content next week and the box opening once again on Friday, and I'll catch you guys next time.